Hello, it's Ruby, and today I'm going to be telling you some books that you can read to get excited for back to school. Back to school is heftily approaching and I am terribly excited. I'm not sure if you are, but if you're not, these books will hopefully get you into the back to school mood. Now the first book is one that isn't actually published because it is the book that I have written myself. It is called Samantha Parker's To-Do List, and it is about a girl who is starting school in year 7. She is an overachiever and a bookworm, and she is ecstatic for the first day. However, she ends up getting bullied. Whilst of course her experiences aren't amazing, at the same time I have tried to incorporate the best bits about going back to school. I have actually done a video talking about the book, and I will leave this linked somewhere on the screen and also down below if you want to go and have a look at that. So the next book is rather obvious, I would say, and that is Harry Potter. If you watched my day before the first day of school night routine, you will know I read Harry Potter on the day before I go back to school, just because it really gets me into the mood for back to Hogwarts and it gets me so excited for the new year ahead. The next book is again quite an obvious one, which is Mallory Towers. I used to love this series so much when I was younger, and I still do occasionally read them. They're perfect for getting you into the back to school mindset because, like Harry Potter, you have got the importance of friendship being seen and also just the events which can happen within school. Similar to Mallory Towers is a book that I recently read. It was called The Youngest Girl in the Fifth, and it is again a girls' boarding school story. And this is about the trials of a girl who is put up from the 4th form into the 5th form, even though she is the youngest, and it is her experiences getting used to the new mode of learning and also friendships. The next book I've chosen is Charlotte Sometimes by Penelope Farmer, and again this is quite easy, but it's about a girl who starts in a boarding school and then she ends up travelling back in time. The next book is my favourite book of all time, which is A Little Princess by Hodgson Burnett. Sarah comes over from India to go to school in London. Her father is very rich, and so she is living in the height of luxury, but then her father dies and she is suddenly thrust into poverty and she has to work for the school instead. If you haven't read this, I envy you because I wish I could read this for the first time again. The next book is The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which again I think everyone knows the synopsis of, but it's about a boy with depression who starts high school, and the next book is Counting by Sevens, and funnily enough this has nothing to do with school because the girl actually neglects going to school. She decides not to go to school, but Willow is a genius, and something about reading about a precocious protagonist which always gets me into the mood for back to school. Willow's parents die in a car accident, and it is her finding closure, but also helping other people around her through her extraordinary intelligence. The next book is 8 Keys by Susannah, which is about a girl, I think she's starting in 6th grade, her experiences with friendship, and again it's a coming of age story in a way because she's uncovering the secret, I think, that her dad left for her. It's been a while since I read this one, but I remember it getting me really excited for school. Oh my goodness, if this is not going to get you into the back to school mood, I do not know what will. Wonder is about a boy called August whose face is deformed and he's never been to school before, but he starts in 5th grade, and it's his experiences making friends and really just adapting. It's heartbreaking. It's such an amazing novel though. Like Counting by Sevens, I do not know why this book made it onto this list. I really remember reading it during the Christmas holidays and being desperate to go back to school as a consequence, and that was Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Really, I do not know for the life of me why it made me want to go back to school. The last book is my favourite book of all time, tied with A Little Princess, which is Cat's Eye by Margaret Atwood, and this is about a girl called Carol and her experiences with bullying and growing up and the consequences of bullying on her adult life. You might have been able to tell by now that I really love books about bullying. If you like books about bullying, actually, I did an anti-bullying book list for Anti-Bullying Week last year, so you can check that out on my channel. I'll leave the link again down below. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you are able to find some books on this list that you wish to read yourself. Remember that I do have a Goodreads page. My name is Ruby Granger, and the link to my account is always linked down below in the description box. Again, remember to use the tag Granger BTS on Instagram if you want to show me any photos that you are posting. So thank you again, and have a productive week.